Good afternoon, everyone. Please rise for the processional of the Washington State University Tri-Cities commencement ceremony as performed by the Tri-Cities Big Band. Leading the processional and bearing the university mace, a traditional symbol of authority, is WSU Tri-Cities Faculty Organization Chair Tom Collins and Associated Students of WSU Tri-Cities President Parjot Parwar. And now, welcome the faculty of Washington State University, Tri-Cities. Now entering is the class of 2026. First, the doctoral degree candidates, escorted by their faculty advisors, followed by the master's candidates from the College of Agricultural, Human, and Natural Resource Sciences, the Edward R. Murrow College of Communication, the College of Education, Sport, and Human Sciences, the Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture, the College of Nursing. The master's degree candidates are followed by the baccalaureate degree candidates. They are led by students who were selected by faculty to carry their college's banner. Representing the College of Agricultural, Human, and Natural Resource Sciences is Alyssa Perez. Representing the College of Arts and Sciences is Edie Balint. Representing the Carson College of Business is Kim Garza Magana. Representing the College of Education is Jinju Mok. Representing the Boylan College of Engineering and Architecture is Fernando Madrigal. Representing the College of Nursing is Joseph Barnes. Now entering is the platform party. The platform party includes WSU President Betsy Cantwell, Executive Vice President for WSU statewide campuses, Dr. Sandra Haynes, Congressman Dan Newhouse, WSU Regents Tracy Klein and Howard Wright, university leaders, WSU Tri-Cities academic directors, members of the WSU Tri-Cities Advisory Council, and other distinguished guests. Thank you, Tri-Cities Big Band. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors from the James E. Rosselot VFW Post 5785 from Kennewick, Washington. The national anthem will be sung by WSU Tri-Cities student Alexandra Seed Pedraza. Audience, please remain standing. Gentlemen, please remove your hats at this time.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now, please join me in welcoming the Executive Vice President for WSU statewide campuses, Dr. Sandra Haynes.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, and welcome, degree candidates, faculty, staff, family, friends, and distinguished guests. As Executive Vice President for WSU statewide campuses, it is my honor to convene the 2026 commencement ceremony.
Buenas tardes y bienvenidos candidatos, profesores, personal, familiares, amigos y distinguidos invitados. Es un honor para mí convocar la ceremonia de apertura del 2026 de la Universidad Estatal de Washington en los Tri-Cities.
Commencement is a very special occasion. For faculty and staff, it is a time to salute the achievements of our graduates. For families and friends of the graduates, it is a time of joy, celebration, and pride. For the graduates, commencement marks the attainment of a goal and the transition to another phase of life.
Esta ceremonia es muy especial para los profesores y el personal administrativo. Es un momento de rendir homenaje a los logros de nuestros graduados. Para las familias y amigos de los graduados, es un tiempo de alegría, celebración y orgullo. Para los estudiantes que hoy se gradúan, este día es la consumación de un logro y asimismo la transición hacia la siguiente etapa de sus vidas.
Graduates, this is your day. Enjoy and celebrate.
Graduados, este es su día. Sonrían y celebren.
Today, we are conferring 336 degrees with 15 doctoral degrees, 23 master degrees, and 298 baccalaureate degrees. Included in our commencement ceremony today are 29 students from WSU Global Campus and 1 student from WSU Pullman. Welcome. We are very proud of the class of 2026. Arriving at this point has required sacrifice, dedication, and commitment, not only on your part, but also on the part of your families and friends. Those who stood behind and beside you on this journey share in the celebration of your success today. To the spouses and partners who encouraged late-night studying, to the children who patiently waited while homework and exams took center stage, to the parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts, uncles, co-workers, and friends who offered support in countless ways, we honor you. Your belief in these graduates helped bring us to this moment. Graduates, you have shown resilience, determination, and heart. Many of you balanced work, family, military service, financial challenges with the pursuit of academic excellence. Some of you are the first in your family to earn a degree. Some earn scholarships, multiple degrees, or return to school after many years. However your path unfolded, you have earned every bit of pride you feel today, and I am deeply proud of each of you. May your achievements continue to grow, and may your education open doors to remarkable opportunities ahead. It is now my pleasure to introduce the President of the Associated Students of Washington State University Tri-Cities, Parjot Parwar.
Good afternoon, everybody. It has been an absolute honor to serve as your student government president for these last 2 years. All of these years have meant a lot to me, not just because of this role, but because of the people, the experiences, and the community we all built together along the way. I was trying to figure out what to say today, and honestly, every version of this speech sounded like a typical, very basic graduation speech. So I scrapped it and started over, because if I'm being honest, this whole university experience can pretty much be summed into one phrase: I'll figure it out. Because that's how most of us got here. And I know that because we've said it way too many times. How are you going to get all of this done by tonight? I'll figure it out. How are you going to work multiple jobs and still be a full-time student? I'll figure it out. How are you going to write your graduation speech? I think I figured that one out. That phrase showed up in more moments than we probably even realized at the time. It became our default, not because things were easy, but because we refused to stop moving forward. It wasn't because we always had a plan, it was because we didn't, but we chose to keep going anyway. We kept showing up even when things felt uncertain, even when things felt overwhelming, and even when we weren't completely sure how everything would come together. We figured things out late at night, under pressure, while running on little sleep, balancing school, work, family, raising kids, and everything else in life that didn't pause just because we had deadlines to meet. And somehow, that worked. So I don't think today means that we suddenly have to have everything figured out. It just proves something that we already know. We're really good at figuring things out. And we definitely figured out something here today, because we're all here walking across the stage together. Congratulations, class of 2026, and go Cougs.
Thank you, Parjot. It is now my pleasure to introduce one of our special guests. Representative Dan Newhouse is a lifelong resident of Central Washington and has proudly served the people of the 4th District in the U.S. House of Representatives since 2015. He is currently serving his final term in Congress. Before his time in Washington, D.C., Representative Newhouse served 4 terms in the Washington State House of Representatives, representing the 15th Legislative District. He later led the Washington State Department of Agriculture as its director, where he worked closely with farmers and agricultural partners across the state. Representative Newhouse earned his Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics from Washington State University, so he joins us today not only as our honored guest, but as a fellow Coug. Please help me welcome Representative Dan Newhouse.
President Cantwell, Executive Vice President Haynes, honored guests, faculty, families, especially to all you moms out there, happy Mother's Day. And to all the friends of this amazing class of 2026, go Cougs. You know, as a personal note, I never expected when I was sitting in those chairs that I would someday be sitting in these chairs speaking out to a graduating class. I gotta say, President Cantwell, it's obvious that the administrative department has lost my transcripts because I would never get this invitation if they were still there. But looking out at you today, I don't just see graduates. I see the future scientists, future educators, nurses, business leaders, and engineers who will build upon the legacy of our region. Now, I know, graduates, you have worked tremendously hard to reach this milestone. And whether you are first in your family to earn a degree or the next in a long line of Cougs, your dedication to your studies, your research, and certainly your community has brought you to this stage. You know, it's often said that there's no place like home. And let me just tell you, the presence of a premier four-year institution right here in the Tri-Cities, well, it's not just a convenience, although it obviously is, but it provides an opportunity for some people who may never have been able to go to school otherwise. It truly is that engine of opportunity that is so important. Now, I know that WSU Tri-Cities provides a unique career-connected experience, working with local partners to ensure that you graduate ready for the workforce. And it's because of this campus that we are keeping local talent right here where we need it in our community. And why is this so important? Well, I can tell you as a third-generation farmer in the Yakima Valley, agriculture's really kind of in my DNA. In Congress, I see firsthand how the work happening here in the Tri-Cities, from the Pacific Northwest National Laboratory to the pioneering research and breeding programs at WSU, truly impacts the world. We're leading the way in producing the highest quality crops, from apples to wine grapes, and we are managing our resources with innovative science. But our region doesn't stop at feeding the world. We power it. We take a broad approach to energy, harnessing the power of our rivers and advancing new technologies like new nuclear. The research being done right here, from clean energy to sustainable food systems, keep our community at the forefront of national and international innovation. Now, certainly my message to you today is one of congratulations, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But my charge to you is this: serve. Your education is a proud achievement, one you've worked hard for, but it can also be a powerful tool Use it to serve your community, no matter where you work, in a lab, in a classroom, or in a field. Remember that your daily efforts contribute to the strength of our region. However, I also challenge you to think beyond that workplace. We need your ingenuity in schools and city halls, in county courthouses, and in the state capitol to help craft policies that work for all Washingtonians. And yes, we need your voice in Washington, D.C. to represent the values of hard work, independence, and resilience that we hold dear. Now, it doesn't have to be in an elected position to be able to serve. There are many avenues to improve our communities, ways to help advocate, to educate policymakers, help to make all of our voices heard, whether you join a local service organization, or speak on behalf of your industry or your professional field, or even just whatever it is that you're passionate about. You might even find yourselves in the Capitol halls of Olympia or Washington, D.C. But I want to tell you that public service is a high calling. So be engaged, be involved, vote. It's about creating a better world for those who follow us. And it's how we make this constitutional federal republic that we call the United States of America work. So class of 2026, you're graduating into a world that needs your skill, it needs your energy, and it needs your dedication. You're prepared, you're talented, and I'm proud to say you are Cougs. Congratulations, good luck, and God bless.
Thank you, Representative Newhouse. We are honored to have you join us here today. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce Washington State University's 12th president, Dr. Betsy Cantwell. As president, Dr. Cantwell leads WSU at a time of momentum and opportunity. She is a champion of student success, expanding access to education across the state and strengthening the university's impact in communities like the Tri-Cities and beyond. She is the first woman to serve as WSU president in the university's 135-year history. And she is deeply committed to ensuring that every WSU graduate is prepared to lead, innovate, and make a difference. Dr. Cantwell brings extensive experience in higher education and research leadership and a strong belief in the power of public universities to transform lives, something reflected in the achievements that we celebrate today. Please join me in welcoming President Betsy Cantwell.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for letting me come and be part of your graduation. Before we begin, I'd like to go back to something that the representative said and point you to a member of our Board of Regents who passed recently, Sam Hunt. I'm not going to talk a lot about Sam, but he embodied a lifetime of public service, the framework for which he learned as a Coug. And I would encourage you all to just, if you have time, look up the recent notices about the passing of Regent Hunt. He was really an amazing public servant, and boy, do we need all of you to think about this as a career pathway. As I said, it's a privilege to be here in Tri-Cities. I have more roots here than people know, not by birth, but by long history of working with people here. This region in particular really reflects the land-grant mission. Graduating from a campus that is so closely connected to public service, I hope has allowed you all to have a clear view of how your education can serve your community and other communities and be applied wherever you go. So I'm going to be direct with all of you and hopefully not long-winded. You are not graduating into a particularly stable world. You are walking into a moment of historical disruption, technological, economic, social. Many of the rules are coming undone. A lot of people older than you are trying to figure it out, but we need you now. This is not a time to be afraid. It is a time to act and to build. New rules are up to you. But I really want you to remember that this is exactly why you are going to do well. What you have learned at WSU isn't just content. You've learned how to deal with pressure. You've learned how to adapt when rules fall apart. You've learned how to keep moving when you don't have all the answers. This is the skill set that wins now. It's the skill set of being able to move forward even when you don't know everything, when everything is not settled. Hopefully we've given you the core of what it is as a land grant that we hope to give you, the idea of being able to work in the real world on real problems with real impact. Your effort and engagement is absolutely as important as being right. Whether you planned this or not, many of you are going to be the next generation of leaders. Why? Why you? Well, if you think about it, you get out there in the world and you will very quickly realize that no one has completely figured this out. There are many, many people who do not have the answers. There are many situations which are not figured out right now. As soon as you realize that no one has the answers, you'll have a choice. And I believe we prepared you for that moment. At that moment, you can kind of sit back and watch and wait for other things to happen and maybe to be told what to do. Or you can step forward and start shaping what happens next. I encourage you to be the one that steps forward. So I'm going to pause for a second and ask you to look around. The people next to you, on all sides of you, you all did this together. The people in the stands, they got you here. You don't need a long list of acknowledgments for me to know that. You know who showed up. But I would like to acknowledge all the parents, all the grandparents, all the great-grandparents, the children of graduates, the friends, the spouses, the extended family, the partners. We see you all and celebrate your support of your person. If we could have a quick show of hands for all of them. Thank you. Graduates, when you step into leadership roles that will be offered to you because we need you, you are showing up for them in return. There's one more group of people with whom we all would not succeed, myself included, and that is the WSU faculty, staff, and administrative personnel who have really dedicated their lives to making sure that you graduate today. If we could get a quick show of hands for them as well. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to end by saying don't lose this place. This place. WSU Tri-Cities is such a unique campus. It is not just where you got a degree. It's a place that put you to work. Don't be a stranger to this community. This is a place that needs you. So I have one thing I really want you to remember, if you remember nothing else that I said. You don't need a clear path to move forward. You do need the willingness to start, and I hope and think that you have that. That's how the future will get built. So we are unbelievably proud of all of you. Go get out there and build the future. Go Cougs!
Thank you, President Cantwell. At this time, I would like to introduce our commencement speaker. Today, we are honored to welcome Rachel Ruggieri. as our commencement speaker. Rachel is a respected and accomplished finance executive with more than 30 years of leadership experience across public, nonprofit, and global organizations. She spent more than 2 decades at Starbucks Coffee Company, where she held senior finance and enterprise leadership roles during a period of remarkable global growth. From 2021 to 2025, she served as Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, the first woman to hold that role, and later stepped in as Interim Chief Executive Officer, helping guide the company through an important leadership transition. Throughout her career, Rachel has been known not only for her business expertise, but also for her people-first approach to leadership. She is deeply committed to mentoring, developing talent, and building strong, value-driven teams. Her leadership extends beyond the workplace through her service on the board of Stryker, a medical devices and equipment manufacturer, where she brings thoughtful insight and expertise in financial governance. She holds a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Puget Sound, a post-baccalaureate concentration in accounting from Walla Walla University, and a master's degree in business administration from WSU Tri-Cities. As you will hear more about in a few moments, Rachel's professional journey reflects adaptability, purpose, a genuine belief in the power of developing future leaders. Please join me in welcoming Rachel Ruggieri.
Okay. Well, good afternoon. Hello to my fellow Cougs. Come on. Hello to my fellow Cougs. All right. We're going to get more energy going. So I want to thank Executive Vice President Haynes, faculty, staff, all the family and friends who helped make this day possible, and of course, congratulations to the graduating class of 2026. Now, before I get started, I'd like to invite all the mothers and all the mother figures, you know, like aunts, all of that sort of thing, to please stand up. You know who you are. Please stand up. Come on, let's go. There you go. All right. Thank you for what you do every day to make the world better, and happy Mother's Day. Okay, take your seats. Let's get comfortable. Today is about celebration, but it's also about what comes next, and that's possibility. And that's what I want to talk to you about today, possibility. As Executive Vice President Haynes shared, my name is Rachel Ruggieri, and on paper, my bio looks like a lot of other executive bios. I got a polished photo, a long career. I've had success beyond my imagination. I should stand here with a neat little list of life lessons and career advice. But if I'm honest, standing in front of you, all of you, is a little bit unnerving. Because while my career's been remarkable, I honestly can't tell you exactly how it all unfolded. I'm just an average kid from a small town not far from here, Walla Walla, Washington. Woohoo! Yep. I wasn't valedictorian. I didn't go to an Ivy League school, and yet I became the chief financial officer of a Fortune 500 company managing well over $100 billion in market value, the first woman in the company's history to do so. I didn't see that future coming. I'd love to tell you, honestly, that there is a secret formula for success. That's probably why you wanted me here today. But if I'm honest, I don't have a secret. I don't have any kind of a formula. What I do have is a belief And that belief is called agency, which honestly is just another fancy name for you'll figure it out. If you don't remember anything from what I shared today, except maybe the $10 Starbucks card and the cookies that are on your chair, hopefully you remember that, I want you to remember that single word, agency. Now you're graduating into one of the fastest changing moments that any generation has ever stepped into. AI isn't just changing technology, it's changing the way we work and how we live. We're navigating climate change, global shifts, and even new ways of travel. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about high-stakes space travel, going to the moon. What I watched on cartoons as a kid, on shows like The Jetsons, remember anybody, The Jetsons? That ages me. That's not far from our reality. As I've heard it said, the future isn't coming, it's accelerating. And that means you might have a job that doesn't look like anything you imagined. And you're gonna have to pivot. And you're gonna have to reinvent yourself and start over more than once. But change itself isn't the fear. Being passive is, and that's why adaptability and the courage to bet on yourself matters now more than ever. When I look back on my own career, especially the more than 2 decades it's spent at Starbucks, one thing stands out above everything else. I always bet on myself. I always believed in myself. I didn't always win. I didn't. In fact, I have more failures than I would care to share. We don't need to bring those up today. But for me, failure was never going to be the end of the story. I always kept learning my way through whatever came in front of me. That's agency. Agency is the belief that you can adapt and learn and take action even when the path is uncertain. And it will be uncertain. Back then, I didn't have a name for it. For me, it was just a stubborn belief that I could do anything, that I could figure things out. And for me, that belief started early. One of my first summer jobs was picking onions, Walla Walla Sweets. Yep. And my father was friends with the man that owned the farm. And in my family, work ethic mattered. The Ruggieri work ethic was something that you protected. It was something that you were proud of. And so I'd ride my bike to the farm in the morning, and before I left, my father would say to me, "Pick more onions than you did yesterday." He didn't say, "Pick more than the person next to you." He didn't say, "Pick more than your brother," although he was always fair game. He said, "Pick more than you did the day before. Compete with yourself. Make it a game." And so I'd tell Virgil, the farm owner, my goal, and he would laugh, and he'd say, "Ruggieri, let's do this." And so while I was pushing myself, my efforts were benefiting other people too. The farm, the workers, my family. Back then, I just thought I was earning summer money. But looking back on it, it was much bigger. That lesson was not about onions. When you compete with yourself and lift others along the way, that's how effort turns into impact that lasts. And that mindset stayed with me. And over the years, "Let's do this" became my rally cry, because agency is about intention. Agency isn't waiting to be chosen. It's about choosing yourself. It's about setting goals and taking action even when the path is uncertain. And it's about persevering even in the face of obstacles. So let me ask all of you, how many of you have faced obstacles in your lifetime? Come on, raise your hand. Oh, come on, raise your hand. I know you've all faced obstacles. We all have. I mean, how hard is it to get a job? It's exhausting. I applied to Starbucks over 15 times before I finally got an opportunity. You know what kept me going? One word: agency. That's what kept me going through all of that. My career was filled with obstacles, and every time a challenge came my way, a job that no one wanted, a project no one believed in, a mess that no one volunteered to clean up, I would raise my hand eagerly and I would say, what do you think I said? Let's do this. Oh, come on, we need some energy with that. Let's do this. All right. Now, Cougs are an exceptional group of alum. You probably already know that. I live with a Coug, the kind that has a specialized Coug license plate. That kind. Do you know any of those, or any of those in the audience? Yep, okay. If you see a Coug plate, Rush R40, that's my husband. And back when I got my master's and I joined the Coug family, I realized something. What I thought was a Coug trait, was a Ruggieri trait, was a Coug trait too. Because Cougs have a reputation. Cougs are known to be hands-on leaders. They collaborate. You have incredible work ethics. And when you're asked to stand up, you stand all the way up. I know it. I've seen it myself. So let's test it right here, right now, okay? I'm gonna need some energy. I'm gonna need some energy for all of you, all right? So raise your hand if you earned your degree while being a full-time student. Okay, keep it up. Raise your hand if you're the first in your family to earn a degree. Right? Keep it up, keep all those hands up. Good job. Raise your hand if you worked while earning a degree. Okay, keep the hands up. Raise your hand if you worked, raised a family while earning your degree. Raise both hands, because you've earned it. Now, keep your hands up. Keep those hands up. Come on, all you got to do is sit. Put that hand up. Keep your hands up. Look around you. These are your peers, your colleagues. This is your community. You're the author of your own life, but make no mistake, the decisions that you make every day, every single day will shape more than just your own future because you're part of something bigger. That's your legacy, and legacy lasts. All right, I was going to tell you to put your hands down, but you already did. So I'll put my own hand down. Okay, I'm going to land this plane. I know you got parties to go to, you got people to celebrate with. I get it. So in the beginning, I said today was about celebration. But it's also a reminder of possibility. Possibility isn't something you wait for, it's something you choose. The world's changing fast, and your career and the way you work isn't going to look like anything we could predict today. And that can kind of feel overwhelming. But it also could be a challenge, an opportunity, and I know Cougs love an opportunity. So listen to me when I say this. That sounded a little more ominous with the big mic. But listen to this. You've got what it takes. You have agency, which is the belief that you can learn, adapt, and take action even when the path is uncertain. That is your superpower. That is your superpower. Now, I'll be honest, it is not going to be easy. But it never was, and it never will be. The future is what you make it. The world is what you make it. In 1964, when asked to predict the future, author and futurist Arthur C. Clarke said, "The only thing we can be sure about the future is that it will be absolutely fantastic." Can you imagine? He said that back in 1964. Absolutely fantastic, because what was true then remains true today. The world and the future is what you make it. So class of 2026, when you wake up tomorrow morning, ask yourself the question that my father asked me. How will you pick more onions than you did yesterday? How will you show up bigger, better, and braver than the day before? And if you can't remember any of that, just remember that when you're placing bets, always bet on yourself. It is the best bet that you will ever make. All right, before I leave this stage and give up this microphone, because right now I still got it, I believe that every commencement address should end with an exclamation point. Sometimes that's a walkout song, which I don't have. So in lieu of a walkout song, with an exclamation point, we're gonna yell as loud as we can, on 3 though, so wait for my cue. We're gonna yell as loud as we can, "Let's do this," and "Go Cougs," on the count of 3. Okay, ready? Now listen, you've been sitting for a while. Muster up some energy. This is your chance to get rowdy, okay? 1, 2, 3. Let's do this, and go Cougs. Thank you, everyone. Cheers to your future. I have no doubt it will be absolutely fantastic.
Thank you, Rachel, for your words of wisdom and inspiration, your ability to get the crowd moving a little bit, and for those lovely treats that you left at everybody's seat. What a wonderful gift and present you gave to us. I'd now like to invite Dr. Kate McAteer to join me at the podium for the presentation of degrees.
Doctoral degree candidates, will you please stand?
Will the candidates for Doctor of Nursing Practice and Doctor of Philosophy please come forward? College of Agricultural, Human, and Natural Resource Sciences, Food Science, PhD. Faculty Advisor, Dr. Tom Collins. Dissertation title, Evaluation of Toasting Consistency and Extraction Kinetics of Aroma Compounds from Oak Alternative Products. Mackenzie Brooke Aragon. College of Education, Sport and Human Sciences, Mathematics and Science Education, PhD. Advisor, Dr. Judith Morrison. Dissertation title, Pre-Service Teachers Reappraisals of Mathematical Struggle and Capability. Stasia Marie Feltis. College of Education, Sport and Human Sciences, Special Education, PhD. Advisor, Dr. Un Yu Xiao. Dissertation title, Teachers' Inclusion Support in Middle School Classrooms for Students with Autism Spectrum Disorder, a Case Study. Kirin Gregory. College of Agricultural, Human, and Natural Resource Sciences, Biological and Agricultural Engineering, PhD. Advisor, Dr. Bin Yang. Dissertation title, Decoding Cyanobacterial Gene Regulation in Hypothermophilic Community Assembly through Computational Analysis of High-Throughput Sequencing Data. Thanks for that. Zachary Dunbar Johnson. Voilin College of Engineering and Architecture, Chemical Engineering PhD. Advisor, Dr. Venki. Dissertation title, Harnessing Electric Field-Driven Interfacial Chemistry for Selective Rare Earth Separation. Yang Wang. Advisor, Dr. Zhao Zhang. Hooder, Dr. Venti. Dissertation title, Investigating New Classes of Non-Deliquescent Materials for Thermochemical Engineering Storage. Kevin Thung Garage. College of Nursing, Doctor of Nursing Practice, Haley Ann Marie Donovan. Anne Marie Giampietro. Stacy Samantha Ochoa Sofoifa. Michelle Martinez. Edith Torres. Michelle Lynn Truong.
Executive Vice President, these doctoral candidates have fulfilled the requirements prescribed by the faculty of Washington State University. I recommend they be awarded their degree.
Upon recommendation of the faculty and by authority of the Board of Regents and the statutes of the State of Washington, I hereby confer upon each of you who fulfill its requirements the degree for which you have been recommended with all of its privileges and obligations. Congratulations.
Master degree candidates, will you please stand?
Will the candidates for the Master of Arts, Master of Education, Master of Engineering and Technology Management, Master of Science, and Master in Teaching degrees please come forward? College of Agricultural, Human, and Natural Resource Sciences, Horticulture MS, Jesse Drew Stevens. Edward R. Murrow College of Communication, Strategic Communication, Bella Rosa Pretlow. College of Education, Sport and Human Sciences, Teaching Elementary or Secondary, MIT, Chess Booker. Martín de Jesús de Aro García. G. Gormley. Brianna Martinez Jernberg. Lucas Draven Morris. Alexis Sonia Ocampo. Aaron Eugene Rausch. Justin William Smith. College of Education, Sport and Human Sciences, Educational Leadership, EDM. Brent Edward Cummings. College of Education, Sport and Human Sciences, Language Literacy and Technology Education, EDM, Arwa Khalil. Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture, Master of Engineering and Technology Management, James Burdett Zaboter. Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture, Computer Science, MS, Ashley Marilyn Wickman. Electrical Engineering, MS, Akash Debnath. Michael R. Larche. Mechanical Engineering, MS, John M. Lindquist.
Executive Vice President, these master degree candidates have fulfilled the requirements prescribed by the faculty of Washington State University. I recommend they be awarded their degree.
Upon recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the Board of Regents and the statutes of the State of Washington, I hereby confer upon each of you who fulfill its requirements the degree for which you have been recommended with all of its privileges and obligations.
Baccalaureate degree candidates, will you please stand? Stand. You may sit down.
Will the candidates for Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing degrees please come forward when your row is released? College of Agricultural, Human and Natural Resource Sciences, Earth and Environmental Science, BS, Fernanda Buenrostro Monroy. Aide Sanchez.
Andrea Janice Ortiz.
Rachel Renee Holland.
Bailey Ann Farringer.
Lauren Elizabeth Neese.
Austin Alexander Withers.
College of Agriculture, Human and Natural Resource Sciences, Human Development BA, America Garcia Gomez.
Jamie Cassandra Snyder.
College of Agriculture, Human and Natural Resource Sciences, Viticulture and Enology, Wine Science BS, Sandra Yasmin Ramos.
Alyssa Karina Perez.
College of Arts and Sciences, Biology BS, Jasmine Rose Newmeyer.
Alejandra Galvez Alvarez.
Elena Elizabeth Rodriguez.
Ashley Nicole Parker.
Peja Blue Rodriguez.
Sierra Dawn Gerard.
Maria Esther Garcia.
Zoe Elizabeth Pfeiffer.
Michaela Rose Russert.
Grady Winter Grasseth.
Maya Jade Ponte.
Amelia Carranza.
Carola Garcia Mendez.
College of Arts and Sciences, Data Analytics, Bachelor of Science, Tyson J. Garza.
College of Arts and Sciences, Digital Technology and Culture BA, Cole Alexander Purvis.
Rafe Ryan Dax Lodgden.
Devin Simpson.
Josiah Thomas Picard.
Claire Marie Giles.
Jalen Von Olhoffen.
Jeff Wilson.
College of Arts and Sciences, English, Bachelor of Arts, Stephanie Osorio.
Rubí Núñez Ceja.
Andrea Rodriguez Ceballos.
Lydia Ray Holloway.
Jennifer C. Profrock.
Alicia Ann Noldner.
College of Arts and Sciences, History, Bachelor of Arts, Aldo Romero.
Edie Valent.
Alexandra Gabrielle Oliveira.
Marcos J.M. Barredo.
Miguel Guerrero.
College of Arts and Sciences, Psychology BS, Martin Valencia.
Andres Lopez Perez.
Mohammed A. Suleiman.
Giselle Hernandez Ramirez.
Brandy J. Anderson.
Amber Yvonne York.
Leonel Eduardo Torres.
Destiny Leah Lopez.
Haley Grace Klein.
Julie Andrea Grischuk.
Danya Isabela Perez.
Isabella Jaylene Garza.
Ingrid Bramrila.
Carla Martinez.
Kiera Wade.
Janetsi Itzet Romero Rivas.
Sarah Marie Felev.
Alexander Thomas Page.
Denise Jimenez Gomez.
Euritzi Jarrett Romano Salano.
Karina Rodriguez Montes de Oca.
Janeth Chavez.
College of Arts and Sciences, Psychology BS, and General Studies and Biological Sciences BS, Parjot Pawar.
College of Arts and Sciences, Science BS, Rachel Brianna Brewer.
Clarissa Jacqueline Garcia Arroyo.
Skylar Faith Brustad.
College of Arts and Sciences, Social Sciences BA, Samantha Amaro.
Jessica Janeth Fierros.
Emma Raquel Rodriguez.
Sydney Luann Westerfield.
Mia Ángel Palomares.
Ashley Radine Chamba.
Wendy Fuentes.
Carson College of Business, Business Administration, BA, Leslie Perez.
Daisy Morales.
Eugenio Padilla, Jr.
Liana P. Berzovsky.
Mallory Rose Petey.
Perjot Kar Pawar.
Parveer Kar Pawar.
Rachel Castañeda Ramirez.
Olga Hazmin Gonzalez Mendoza.
Alyssa Jane Tapio.
Nancy Yvette Andujo.
Miguel Ángel Morales Chávez.
Andrea Cortez.
L. Corrine Woods.
Tina Maria Glines.
Emily Headley. Daniela Oliva.
Catherine Grace Doneen.
Christopher Henry Bowling.
Laura Julia Horst.
Sofía Juana Melish Garcia.
Michael Ross Anthony Fry.
Jimena Delgado.
Emily Kordick.
Kimberly Garza Magaña.
Tony Hung Fan.
Noé Santa Cruz.
Benjamin J. Barnett.
Joshua Lucas Powell.
Marshall Moreno.
Juan Diego Marquez.
Annabelle Elizabeth Totten.
Christian David Becker.
Ronaldo Alonso.
Maria G. Lara.
Adela Vipada Kangara.
Jessica Espinosa Alcaide.
Jasmine Crystal Acevedo.
Edward R. Morrow, College of Communication, Integrated Strategic Communication BA, Kenya Marisol Chavez Bañuelos.
College of Education, Sport, and Human Sciences, Education BA. Andrea Marie Fletcher.
Maresa Fajardo.
Jacqueline Cordoza.
Areli C. Chavez.
Kimberly Marquez.
Carolina Tirado Lule.
Lysandra Farias.
Michael Cuevas.
Ryan Victor Junt.
Courtney Lynn Wilkie.
Gwendolyn Grace Bridgham.
Brooke Elizabeth Bennett.
Haley Jocelyn Fausto.
Alicia Garcia.
Mariah Olivia Valencia.
Madison Rose Carlson.
Kendall Reese Lomont.
Jessica M. Mamatak.
Jinju Mock.
Karina Mesa Davila.
Erlin G. Palencia.
Andrea Rodríguez Ceballos.
Tiffany Carrillo Villegas.
Araceli Mendoza Santillán.
Victoria De Jesus Santana.
Jenny Delgado Abundis.
Sandy Leos Nunez.
Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture, Civil Engineering BS, Abigail Rose Ward McDuff. Marina Nikolaevna Zolotnyuk.
Consuelo Angela Cerna. Razan Magdi Abdul Wahab Osman.
Brianne Aliyah Zender.
Aliana Mercedes Avalos.
Isabela Irene Mendoza.
Cynthia L. Carmona Madrigal.
Luis Gerardo Saldaña.
Roy Leal.
Joseph J. Salim.
Juan Mendoza Sanchez.
Anthony Alexander Martinez Morfin.
Boylan College of Engineering and Architecture, Computer Science, BS. Rahul Parukar.
Austin Thomas Schofstall.
Tyler Reed Weddle.
Alex Carvajal.
Armando J. Becerra.
Edwin Ulises Quiñones.
Daniel Chavez.
Brian Alexis Gasca.
Raul Yael Martinez.
Taylin Faith Dyer.
Boylan College of Engineering and Architecture, Cybersecurity, BS. Yazalin Anahi Chavez.
Lucky Kamakam Devers.
Boylan College of Engineering and Architecture, Electrical Engineering, BS. Manuela Cristel Tosa.
Fernando Madrigal.
Joshua Paul Golt.
Jenna Rochelle Barger.
Caitlin Rose Albertine.
Ann Wynn.
David Josiah Hishlin.
José Ismael Cisneros Fletes.
Isaac Matthew Reinschmidt.
John Sebastian Barriette Marcano.
Almir Meme Dovik.
Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture, Mechanical Engineering BS, Abigail Reese Draper Gilliam.
Melissa Ixta Vaca.
Carlos Álvaro Campos.
Omar Anthony Zepeda.
Colby Scott Tucker.
Kamel Ahmad Siddiqui.
Nicholas Adam Johnson.
Stephanie Everett Volatil.
Serena Renee Posada.
Colin Thomas Jansen.
Nathan Eugene Bonus.
Andrei Petrovich Slobada.
Kellen Lance Hobson.
Samuel William Arthur.
Lucas Sebastian Ramos.
Eric Martinez Mora.
Marvin Mendoza.
Min Kang Vu.
Stacy Tran Chung Lu.
Samantha Rodriguez.
Ruth Crystal Capitula.
Peyton Robert Vieira.
Ryan Zane Loper.
Let's go! Woo!
Logan Malachi Sullivan.
José Cuauhtémoc Vargas.
College of Nursing, Nursing BSN. Sarah Nicole Green.
Joseph Lee Barnes.
Molly Ann Moore.
Gloria Chantel Bond.
Gavin Kaur Chima.
Brandon Derek Gonzalez.
Kylie Marie Malloy.
Sarah Danielle Guisar.
Leslie Jacqueline Varela Tovar.
Audrey Pipra Bowatin. Fortuna Haile Mariam Mogues.
Monica Flores Santiago.
Jocelyn Masudi Madrigal.
Jacqueline Torres Cacho.
Chelsea May Serrano.
Suhaili Angel Centano.
Cecilia María Alvarez Alvarado.
Jamalet Briseda Leon Zurita.
Jordan Daniel Forsyth.
Astrid Maria Hernandez.
Executive Vice President, these baccalaureate degree candidates have fulfilled the requirements prescribed by the faculty of Washington State University. I recommend they be awarded their degree.
Upon recommendation of the faculty and by authority of the Board of Regents and the statutes of the state of Washington, I hereby confer upon each of you who fulfill its requirements the degree for which you have been recommended with all of its privileges and obligations. Graduates of the class of 2026, will you please stand? It's that time. Undergraduate students, you may now move the tassel from the right side of your mortarboard to the left side, signifying that you have earned your academic degree. I now present to you the newest Washington State University Tri-Cities alumni, the class of 2026. Congratulations. Now I would like to invite to the podium the president-elect of the WSU Alumni Association, Rafael Prunada.
All right. You all are a gorgeous sight. I just got to say that. And congratulations officially to the graduating class of Washington State University Tri-Cities 2026. As president-elect of the Washington State University Alumni Association, and on behalf of the WSU Tri-Cities Cougs around the world, I welcome you to the Cougar alumni family. Earning your degree is no small accomplishment, and today reflects your dedication, your resilience, and hard work. As Tri-City graduates, you are a part of a campus known for its close-knit community, strong connections, and commitment to student success. That foundation does not end today. It continues with you. As you step into what comes next, it is important to acknowledge that this moment can feel uncertain. Some of you may already have jobs or plans in place, while others are still trying to figure it out. Whether you are know that you are doing that not alone. The WSU Alumni Network ready to help you navigate what comes next. One of the greatest strengths you now carry with you is your Cougar Network. With 52 chapters and clubs across the country, including the multicultural chapters like La Alianza, there are Cougs in the cities you want to live in and the industries you want to work in. So as WSU Tri-City alumni, I encourage you to make sure that you carry a unique connection to your region, a growing community with strong ties to WSU and opportunities to stay engaged locally. Stay connected. Share your milestones, goals, and experiences. Whether you return to campus to attend events in your city or meet the Tri-City Cougs, you are always a part of the Cougar alumni community. Alumni events are designed to be accessible spaces to build relationships and explore new opportunities. The Alumni Association is here to support your personal and professional growth because Cougs helping Cougs is a commitment that lasts a lifetime. Once again, congratulations. We are proud of you, we are excited for you, and we are here for you. Welcome to the Cougar alumni family, and as always, go Cougs.
Before we conclude our commencement ceremony, we'd like to thank you all for joining us today to mark this milestone in the lives of these graduates. We also want to thank the staff and student volunteers who graciously gave their time to assist with today's ceremony. We simply could not do this without you. And before we close, we want to take a moment to recognize all the mothers, grandmothers, and mother figures who are here celebrating with us. We wish you a very happy Mother's Day.
Y a todas las madres aquí presentes, les deseamos un muy feliz Día de las Madres. Estas son las mañanitas que cantaba el rey David. Hoy por ser Día de las Madres, te las cantamos aquí. We ask that our graduates please remain in place until the WSU fight song has ended and the platform party and faculty have departed. The 2026 commencement ceremony is now closed. Please join in as we sing the WSU fight song. Rafael Pruneda, will you please lead us in singing the fight song?
We have the words over here, graduates. You can look at it and join us in this fight song. Turn around. Fight, fight, fight for Washington State. Win the victory. We're gonna win the day for crimson and gray. Best in the West, you know we all do our best. So on, fight to the end. Honor and glory we must win. So fight, fight, fight for Washington State and victory. W A S H I N G T O N S T A T E C O U G S. Go Cougs!
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Mace bearer Tom Collins, will you please lead the recessional? And as always, go Cougs!